Well, welcome back to the channel, and thanks as always for clicking on this video. I'm thinking outside the box on this one. I am out spending the night in the MSR Elixir 2, which is a 2-person backpacking tent by MSR. Weighs in around 2.7 kilos, and this is MSR's entry-level tent. I know quite a few people, and I've spoken to them over many years on social media, who use this tent and speak very highly of it. There's certain situations it's better suited to, and certain conditions obviously. You know, that has to be said for all different types of tents. You have to choose the tent for the conditions you're going to be using it in. But if you're not expecting extreme weather conditions and you're looking for a roomy and practical and versatile backpacking tent, check out this one. So I'm going to be spending the night in the Elixir 2 and getting a good feel for it. I have stayed in the Elixir 2 before many years ago. I was out with Ant on a camp on some local moorland, and I will link that video above right now so you can check it out. It was an absolutely spectacular sunset. It's got 2 doors, 2 vestibules or porches, whatever you want to refer to them as. And yeah, it pitches inner first, got loads of gear storage, glow-in-the-dark zipper pulls, and I've got it kitted out nicely. So bit of a different video for me. You'll see why toward the end. But yeah, I'm gonna have a great night in this tent. We've got some nice burgers to cook up. I've just been out with Tom to a nice local farm shop. Got some really quality burgers, some beef tomatoes, and I've got a nice beer selection to enjoy on this one. So it's going to be good. I'm going to be watching some nice movies later in the comfort of the tent as well. I'll show you around a few of the features throughout the video and hopefully capture some of the ambience which makes spending a night in a tent so special, in my opinion, why it's a really enjoyable experience. So I hope you enjoy it. If you've got any questions about the kit or the gear I'm using, let me know. And as always, leave some comments, give us a thumbs up, helps me out and I'd appreciate it. So let's open the first beer, have some lunch, and I'll show you around a bit more of the tent. So in terms of sleeping bag, I'm using this. It's a Boost 650 by Thermarest, and there's a few little nice features. I often use quilts. I used to use sleeping bags. I don't use them as often as I used to because I find quilts so easy. But every now and again, when you want that extra cosy feel of being zipped up in your bag, a sleeping bag's good. Now, some of the reasons I moved away from sleeping bags is I found them a little bit restrictive. However, this, as you can see, and I've got them unzipped, it's got holes for your arms, so you can put your arms through it and still perform your tasks around camp. So you can sit up, make a brew and things like that. And this particular one, it's got a bit of a trick up its sleeve. It's got this zip right down the centre, and that's where it gets its name from, the Boost. If you want it a bit warmer, you can zip that up and you're just cinching a bit of the insulation a bit closer around you. If you unzip it, it just lets a little bit more heat escape. So if you need to cool off a bit, or you know it's not as cold, you have the flexibility of that. So that's a great feature of the sleeping bag. And the other thing, of course, is with it unzipped like it is now, that restrictive feeling that you often get in sleeping bags, it's almost rectangular in section. So you don't get that restrictive feeling. It's got a nice hood with some nice toggle pull cords just to cinch it up around you, and that's really good. So it's going to be a good night in the Boost 650. If you're interested what I'm sleeping on, again, Thermarest, it's the Neo Loft. Nice and thick, very thick. All the stats are below, and on that I've got the Z-Lite Sol just as a very base layer. Clearly overkill, but I want to be nice and comfortable here. It's just a luxury camp and spending a luxury night in this fabric hotel. So just quickly touching on pillows. This one, you've seen this on some of my camps or quite a lot. It's a luxury item, and I have to put it in a compression sack to obviously, you know, get this bulk right down to fit in the wild camping pack. But this is a lovely soft pillow by Thermarest. It was a gift a couple of years ago from the lads when we did the Coaldale Horseshoe, and it's nice, very comfortable, luxury item. I do like to sleep quite high, so I pair it with another pillow, in this case and a Luft Deluxe by Trekology. But it's a nice combination. The pair of them makes for a very comfortable night's sleep indeed. Well, the rain has started, and it's fairly heavy at times, but we're nice and cosy. Soon going to be time to start thinking about evening meal. But we're on this lovely Sam Smith's organic wheat beer, which is nice and bottle conditioned. So what better way, like I've said earlier, than enjoying your bank holiday, being out in a tent, enjoying some fine beers. I'm going to have some lovely locally produced from where I live burgers later as well. So that smells absolutely fantastic. Yeah, really nice. Great brewery, Samuel Smith's as well. Tadcaster in North Yorkshire. They make a lovely chocolate stout, and it just so happens that I've got one of them for later on. So yeah, we'll keep seeing how it develops, see what the weather does, and I'll bring you back later on. So we've got the switch stove, which I've used on a wild camp in Snowdonia a couple of months back now, and the good feature of it, hence its name, is you can switch out the cookware. You've obviously got the included vessel or pot, but as I've just done, you've got these little feet which you can flick out when you don't want to use that, and you can use it with third-party cookware. So I've invested in a bit of a skillet, bit of a lightweight skillet by Primus. Got a good deal online. wasn't expensive, or wasn't too expensive, but that's what I'm going to be cooking in. I've got two lovely burgers from a shop near myself in West Lancashire called The Home Farm, and they are lovely. They have these during the beer festival that I go to, or I used to go to, and they are absolutely amazing burgers, really good quality. So I'm going to be having some nice burgers. I've got a nice red onion to chop up, and they had one beef tomato left, which I'm going to slice up. So I'm going to get prepping, and then we are going to enjoy a lovely local 100% beef quarter pounder. Well, my mouth is certainly watering. Impressed with the new pan. I've not really got anything to eat over, so this is probably going to be a disaster. So I'm going to be eating outside there, just dripping all over the place. It is gratuitous to eat this on camera, so I can't carry on doing this. It looks messy, but it tastes lovely. So cheers to the outdoors. So we're on a oatmeal stout by the same brewery. Just been relaxing after having that nice evening meal. Those burgers were absolutely fantastic. They're from a local farm up near Parbold, not too far from where I live, and they were really nice. Yeah, so an oatmeal stout in the comfort of the Elixir. It's really livable. I've been out here for a couple of hours. I've been reading, watching some videos on my phone, and just totally relaxing basically. I've got the kerosene lantern on. It gives a lovely ambience, and it warms the tent up as well. It gives off a decent amount of heat, and yeah, this is one of the things I love about camping. It's nice and relaxed. You just kind of bit of solitude, a bit of peace. Hygge, that word, the Scandinavian word, Hygge, flashed it up on the screen there, and I've mentioned it before on the odd video. It's meant to describe a certain quality of coziness. So when you're up your coziness game, you've got the lights turned down low, you're nice and warm, dry, relaxed. You've got that lovely vibe, that lovely relaxing vibe. You can refer to that as being Hygge, and it certainly feels that way. And this tent, like I say, you've got the two vestibules, the two porch areas, so for two of you, it'd be absolutely fantastic. Most of the time I'm just camping on my own. My son Tom is doing his D.A.V. at the moment, so he'll be joining me on more and more camps as he gets a little bit more familiar and independent. He'll be bringing his own tent, and I'll be gradually stepping back and letting him do his own bits and pieces, and he can start standing on his own 2 feet a little bit more. Of course, he's getting older as well, so yeah, so I look forward to that. But I've enjoyed my time in this tent. Like I say, I have used it previously, spent a good night in it on the West Pennine Moors, and yeah, I mean, it's in a pitch first. Sometimes people just, as soon as they hear that, they switch off, but it's very quick to pitch. So even if it is raining, it's a matter of minutes. You can construct the poles first, get them ready to go, and then quickly peg out the inner, chuck the outer over it. Once the poles are in, quickly seat them in the grommets, and you're good to go. The more you practice, the more you can reduce that time. Two good mesh pockets on either side. You've got one here and one on the opposite side, roof level, and they've also got like a lip sewn into them, so that if you put your phone in there, it can't slide out. Little things like that are what I like to see. And then behind me, you've got a big mesh pocket in that triangle there, in the base of it. Goes across the full width of the tent, and it's quite deep as well, so loads of storage space in there. And again, that's replicated on the foot end. And this mat which I'm using, the Neoloft, it's no small mat. So what a very pleasant place in which to spend time. Some hideous creatures coming in here now. Absolutely, I'm going to have to shut the door as soon as you turn the light on. When it's dark, it's like Silence of the Lambs. There's like moths attacking me, and things coming out the ground that have not been seen for like 5,000 years. They start crawling into your tent. So I'm going to have to get this zipped up. Oh, it's lovely that. It's got a lovely, rich, oaty flavour, loads of depth to it. If you like your stouts, that one's got a nice bit of bite to it. It's very, very rich, full-bodied stout. Absolutely perfect for being out in the tent. I think what I'm going to do now is listen to some podcasts. Since a young age, I've always been interested in ghost stories, tales of the supernatural and things like that. And if you recall the live streams we used to do I would always read an excerpt or a bit from that Myths, Legends and Folklore of Great Britain, which someone was kind enough to send us a copy, and I've backed that in plastic now because that is really hard to get hold of, the Reader's Digest version. But I love all that, and when I was a kid, or when I was a teenager, I used to watch Most Haunted. That was the era with Derek Acora, Yvette Fielding, and it was good fun and a good laugh, although you never did see anything apart from, like, you know, the infamous orbs, and when Derek, bless him, got possessed. That was always funny. But yeah, I have a fascination with that. Well, I've got an interest in it, and that's part of the reason why I love Pendle Hill and the stories of and the history of the Pendle witches and that area. I find it absolutely fascinating, and of course there was that genuinely scary experience I had, which to this day I can't explain, and it was genuine, on Shining Tor, up near Macclesfield. If you haven't seen that video where I describe that, I'll link it above. I'll also link the wild camp somewhere in the description, so I'll put both of them there. I won't just keep flashing things up, but it was an absolutely terrifying experience, and one that to this day still kind of sends shivers down my spine. So to that end, I listened to someone called Deborah Hatswell, and she is from, I think she's from around the Bolton area, so relatively on our doorstep here in the northwest. And she interviews various people and talks about sightings and tales and legends and folklore and mysterious happenings and goings on around the local moorland and places where I've hiked and camped and still do on occasion. So yeah, it's very atmospheric when you listen to that and you're out in a tent. It brings sort of an extra edge to it, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And it's great to just listen to in your tent when the lights are turned down low. You want to get in that spooky mood.
In the woods that leads to them having activity happen to them at home, they begin to hear thuds or knocks on the walls of the house. They may begin to tune in to a presence and it's close to them. In extreme cases,
Well, that's me done. I've very much enjoyed my night in this tent. It's been very livable. You know, it's easy and relaxing to sit up in, to move around in, to store your gear in. The two vestibules I like, albeit I didn't use the other one, I didn't need to. Battering it down most of yesterday, all overnight, hasn't leaked a drop. And like I say, I've used this tent before, so I did have full confidence in it. So it's great, the MSR Elixir 2, and I've definitely got my camping fix, albeit I am tempted to extend my stay in this location by another night, but we shall see. So if you've got any questions about the MSR Elixir, let me know in the comments below. I'll leave links to the tent. It's not affiliate, I'm not trying to sell you it, I'm just telling you my honest views about it. So If you are interested in it, hopefully that will help you out. You'll see this on wild camping videos from time to time. I've got quite a collection of tents. It's my hobby, it's my passion, so I've just naturally built up a bit of a collection. So I like to try and vary what I use on videos from time to time. So that's it. I'm going to get tidied up, packed up, and yeah, crack on with the day. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and take care.